Eight cars for 10 laps. Atala and Rodriguez beginning to field off of 4. The green is out. Atala carries the lead into turn number 1. Miley right now is second. Here comes Davis and Rodriguez closing in on Ben for the second spot as they race into 3 and 4. Jared Miley is 5th. Bradish, then Steffens and Wade off of 4. 1 lap down. Michael Davis close racing off at 2, gets sideways, gathers it back up into 3. It's Atala in front. Davis pushing up across the racetrack, and here comes the Chester Charger making it 3 wide on the inside, 3 wide for 3rd down the front stretch into turn number 1. Michael Davis 3rd, Lou Bradish 4th. Jared Miley now trying to take 5th away from Keith Rodriguez. A little contact off at 2. Miley gathers it back up. It's Atala in front. Ben Miley 2nd. Davis is 3rd. Bradish is 4th. Rodriguez 5th. The American Environmental Services, Hunter's Truck Sales, Todd's Auto Body 02 of Atala with a commanding lead. Keith Rodriguez, some blue smoke. I think it's just the body rubbing against the rear tire after some contact. Michael Davis again to the inside of Ben Miley for 2nd, and Davis makes the pass. Black flag for someone. I think it might be Rodriguez. And now Lou Bradish in the 09 to the inside. Flat tire for Keith Rodriguez. Rodriguez in the 29 has got a flat tire. The left rear is flat. Dave Wade will try to pass him off in turn number 4 and does. And look out, Keith will spin the car. Caution out. Caution out. Big leader race for Atala. 5 laps down and 5 to go. Keith Rodriguez in the Airport Auto Body. Hankmeyer Excavating 29 brings out the caution. Tire was going down the lap before. Denny Carson, our flagman, trying to get Keith's attention. The black flag, but it exploded coming off of 4 there and sent him around in a spin. Now he can go into the tire pits and try to get that changed and rejoin the field. But there may be more damage than just the tire after it exploded like that. You can see the sheet metal sort of just hanging there on the left side of the car. The left front is also flat. Dave Wade, former track champion, running in the 6th spot in the 76. Off of 4, it's Alan Davis rubbing paint, and the Chester Charger tries to get by both. Whoa, contact into 1. We're still on the gas, Davis and Bradish, and it's Bradish with the lead down the backstretch. The H&F Trucking. 09 now in front. Michael Davis 2nd. Jared Miley around Atala for 3rd. Davis up high off of 4. Atala and Miley racing hard into 1. Ben Miley sits in 5th. Jim Steffens 6th. Dave Wade is 7th. Seven laps are down. Lou Bradish starting in the back row has got the lead. Chance to add to his points total. One to go. Off of 4, your current points leader out of Chester, West Virginia. Checkered flag waving for Lou Bradish. Michael Davis 2nd, Atala third, Jared Miley fourth, and Ben Miley fifth. No more spec engine under the hood. Off at turn number 4. Green is out for our second late model heat. Scott Gunn with the lead. 3 wide for second in turn 2. 3 wide down the back chute. Geisler trying to stick his nose in there as well. Heim, Niederreiter, Johnson, and Geisler off at turn 4. Niederreiter second, Heim third. Butch D'Antonio does a 360, tries to keep it going, and he does. The green stays out. Joey Chitwood the third. Scott Gunn, your leader. Dennis Niederreiter second. Rick Heim third. Mike Johnson fourth. Lynn Geisler runs fifth, 2 laps in. The West Mifflin Collision Subway Toys R Us entry continues to show the way. Scott led much of the feature here 2 weeks ago. Ended up dropping back a bit in the last stages. He's still your leader. Johnson continues to pressure Heim for third. Geisler not far behind those two with a run off of the second turn down the back chute. Niederreiter in second. Geisler now trying to dive underneath Rick Heim through 3 and 4. 4 laps down. Scott Gunn's lead grows a bit. Mike Johnson trying to close in on now. And Dennis Niederreiter for third. Geisler and Heim will to will for fourth. Coming off of 4. Geisler makes the pass at the halfway mark. Mike Johnson again closing in on Dennis Niederreiter for second. Side by side through 3 and 4. Johnson's got the pass made down on the bottom end. 4 laps to go. Mike J trying to track down now Scott Gunn, who's got a healthy lead. Niederreiter third, Geisler fourth, and Heim and Brandon Burgoon, last year's Western Pennsylvania Rookie of the Year. Geisler to the inside of Niederreiter trying to take third. Has to get out of it a bit coming off of 4. It's still Niederreiter third, Geisler fourth. Off of 2 on the outside. Geisler with another run, but it's still Niederreiter third, Geisler fourth. Gunn now trying to lap the 12 of Butch D'Antonio, your leader, completing lap number 8. 2 to go. Niederreiter pushes up, Geisler right on his tail. Johnson has closed in big time on the leader, Scott Gunn. 1 more lap to go. 1 to go. Geisler up close to the wall in turn 1. And now he dives off the bottom of 2. Here comes your leader, Scott Gunn. The lead shrinking. The checkered flag, though, is waving. Geisler around Niederreiter. Johnson will get second. The drag race is on for third. It'll be Geisler third, Niederreiter fourth, Rick Heim fifth. We'll be back next Saturday night, final regular night, heading into the Pittsburgher. Green is out. Drew Catellis in the 0 with the lead. Scott Wilhelm second for right now. Jason Ryder to the inside will swing by Brown and Wilhelm for second. Brian Hoffman slowing quickly in the 57, drops back a ways. Out in front, it's Drew Catellis. Ryder second, Brown third. Larry Marks fourth, then Wilhelm, Tim Fulmer, Wes Wheeler, and Brian Hoffman. Larry Marks in the 17 trying to take over third. Tim Fulmer, the 7C, makes it 3 wide for that third spot. And the Pips Diner Comcast Corner Table Lounge rolls into the third spot. Gattelis in front. Jason Ryder is not far behind in second. Watch the 7C of Fulmer. He's found the moisture up on the top side of the racetrack. Ryder to the inside of Gattelis. Fulmer has got the pedal to the metal. 3 wide, maybe 2 wide for the lead. Fulmer a close third. It's Ryder in front by a car length into 3. And the Copcos, Dave Wade Auto Service 76. Gattelis to his outside, and here comes Fulmer 3 wide. Woo! Into turn 1. Tim Fulmer is going to have the lead in turn 2. Larry Marks now the 17 moves by Drew Gattelis for third. It's fun to watch around a track this size when they get up on the top shelf and let it all hang out. 3 laps to go. Fulmer in front. Jason Ryder second, Larry Marks third. Drew Gattelis fourth, Ray Brown is fifth, then Scott Wilhelm, Wes Wheeler, Mark Moach Jr., Brian Hoffman, and John Hobbs. We've got 2 different races. We got a group on the back stretch and a group on the front stretch here with 2 laps to go. One to go. Green is, or checkered flag, excuse me, for Tim Fulmer. Jason Ryder second, Larry Marks third, Ray Brown fourth, and Drew Gattelis will finish fifth. Scott Wilhelm at 13, John Hobbs, Wes Wheeler, Mark Moach Jr., and Brian Hoffman are next. Off at turn 4. Green out. Tommy Schernhofer from the outside has the lead exiting turn 2. Cesare is second. Kyle Lucan third. Bobby Castlevetter fourth. Then John Hodges and Leo Stadelman. Stadelman in the 21 to the inside of Hodges. Contact in turn 4 as they roll down the front stretch. 1 lap in. He hasn't slowed down, it would appear. The Boulevard Automotive, Schernhofer, Welding, Woody's towing 8 of Tommy Schernhofer in front. Cesare second, Lucan third, Castlevetter fourth, Stadelman fifth, and then Hodges. Pete Reck and Laura Lucan together off in turn 4. Chet Johnson with them as well in the 22. Chet Johnson and Laura Lucan together now in turn 1. Laura ends up parked in turn 2 of the 04. The caution is out. Off of turn number 4, the green is out. Schernhofer leads into 1. Cesare second, Lucan a close third. Castlevetter fourth, 21, Stadelman fifth, then Hodges in the 69. Castlevetter into third of the 27C, the Froggy car. Leo Stadelman, meantime, the Jesport Concrete Foundation's 21 up fourth. John Hodges tries to dive under Cal Lucan for fifth. Makes the pass. Past the halfway mark. Laps to go. Leo Stadelman trying to run down Bobby Castelvetter for third. White flag for Tommy Schernhofer. Cecere second. Checkered flag waving. Tommy Schernhofer continues his roll. Mike Cecere second. Bobby Castelvetter third. Leo Stadelman fourth. John Hodgkiss is fifth. The 19 of Rick Gorsuch and the 7:14 of Eric Goldberg. 6-lap heats for the amateur stocks. And the green is out. Travis Gatton, who won again his first career feature in his rookie year a couple of weeks back, is taken off here in the 25. Todd Evans in the 5-star second, the 2T of Bill Tennant third. Who's going to be fourth? Derek Stefanik in the 44, Rick Gorsuch in the 19, Eric Goldberg in the 7:14, and Mark Perry in the 17, all running together there. Halfway. The ML Waddlet Landscaping Monte Carlo, Travis Gatton down the back straightaway by several car lengths. Todd Evans, second place car steal. Bill Tennant, now they're 3 wide. Ooh, this I just knew that wasn't going to happen. Eric Goldberg and Rick Gorsuch get together, and Gorsuch ends up around under the number 1 Cochran sign over in turn number 3. $18,000 to win, $1,200 to start, Pittsburgh 100. Travis Gatton with another hole shot on the restart. Bill Tennant in the 2. And Mark Perry in the 17 exchange a little paint over in turn 2 there. Third and fourth. Eric Goldberg in the 7:14 is fifth. Mark Perry in the 17 trying to pass Eric Goldberg for third. Goldberg on the charge up into the third spot with a lap to go. It's Perry, Tennant, Gorsuch all together into turn 1. Checkered flag for Travis Gatton. Todd Evans second, Eric Goldberg third. 17. Mark Perry fourth, and Rick Gorsuch recovers to get fifth in the 19. Green is out. Davey Lee in the 96. And on the outside, Robbie Torrance. Torrance with the lead by just the nose of the race car down the back chute into turn 3. Wheel to wheel now. Close as you can be off of turn number 4. It's still Torrance. A little bit of leaning on one another, but nothing too bad so far. Into one. Oh, they slap the sides again in one. Off of turn 2, it's Davey Lee nosing ahead now. Darren Ferguson in the 54 is third. Terry Kerr in the 39 fourth, and Frank Piccolino in the 3 is fifth. Davey Lee will lead lap 2. Robbie Torrens, though, trying to get back on the outside. We got a caution. Darren Ferguson trying to run on a tricycle, and it does not work, especially when it's the right front. You got one heading for the Ute tires, and ba-boom. Now it's going to come back to Darren. The right front off the 54 of Darren Ferguson, the Oakdale driver. That's an Oldsmobile. 96, Davey Lee, your leader. 22, Robbie Torrens second. Green is out. Hey, they're still going at it, Davey Lee and Robbie Torrens. Looks like it was just before the caution came out. You'd think that this was the big event. This is just the heat. The special event will be in the feature event. Well, Torrens is going to lead lap number 3. It's like two cars that want the same lane. Terry Kerr is third, then Frank Piccolino and Jim Warman in the 0. Torrens now by a car length. The singing sensation, Davey Lee's going to settle in behind him here. Robbie gets a little high, though, off the second turn. This is the white flag. This time by 1 to go. One to go. Tomai's Towing. Allied Building Products, Taylor Auto Body, Chevy of Robbie Torrens trying to win another track championship. Just worried about winning a heat race right now. Oh, Jim Warman's here, got turned around on the front chute. He straightens it out. Davey Lee's going for it on the final go round. He's pushing up. Torrens to his outside. The drag race is on down the front straightaway. Davey Lee will win it. We got a feature to come yet. That could just be a preview of what's to come tonight for the Amateur Stock Special. Vince LeBoon to the outside. Kevin Miller and Tom Martinek in row number 2. Wayne Tessine and Dale Charlier row 3. Then Tim Johnson and Chris Bassage. Whoa, Vince LeBoon had a handful. He kept it off the wall. Looked like the thing broke straight right on him for a minute. Good save. Clayton Kennedy, your leader, off of turn 4. Dale Charlier up on the high side. Kevin Miller on the inside. Charlier, your leader. Miller second. Kennedy third into turn number 1. Miller now has the lead in turn 2, but here comes Charlier. Dale likes that high side. He and his son Darrell both. Those cars work so well on the top of the racetrack, especially when there's a little moisture up there. And there is that tonight. Kevin Miller, meantime, he's so fast on the bottom side. The Tri-State Logging and Tree Service 4M. Certainly more than one groove out there tonight. They are using it all. Off at 2, it is Charlier back in front. Miller second. Wayne Tessine Motors to third in the DT Dyno 10. Tom Martinek in the 65 now to 4th, dropping Clayton Kennedy to 5th. Martinek 4th, Kennedy 5th. Then it's Vince LeBoon and Chris Bassage and Bill Johnson. In turn 3 and 4, Miller closing back in on Charlier, and it's Dale in front. Halfway. Miller by a nose in turn 2. Off at 2 down the back chute. Charlier by a car length or more into 3. to Scene third, Martinek fourth. Kevin Miller with the lead by a car length now, but again, Dale Charlier pulls alongside on the back chute. To Scene third, Martinek fourth. Chris Bassich has climbed to fifth. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Charlier now with the biggest lead he's had. The W.J. Beitler and Warehousing and Trucking, Boza Communications, number 11. White flag, a lap remaining. Kevin Miller continues to apply the heat. Wayne to Scene third, Tom Martinek, Chris Bassich, Clayton Kennedy, Vince LeBoon, and Bill Johnson. Dale Charlier, Midway's Dale Charlier taking the win. Kevin Miller second. Wayne to Scene third. Tom Martinek fourth. Chris Bassich fifth. Clayton Kennedy, Bill Johnson, and Vince LeBoon. Amateur stock feature tonight will also be invert 12 start. Off a turn for the green is out. Dennis Perigo into the lead in the 114. Sean Dumhoff into 13 is second. There comes the Midway missile, folks. Whoa, he swings by. A couple of cars made contact. Bill Johnson and Chuck Kennedy, they're still racing. Johnson's got a flat tire and he's into the guardrail up in 3, bounces off. Now trying to get into the pits. He's going to be stopped. Now he's still going. Green stays out as he tries to bring the car to the pits off of turn 4. He's got a flat tire. Meantime, Daryl Charlier squeezes by Dennis Perigo for second. Sean Dumhoff is your leader. Dumhoff in front, Charlier second. Oh, contact between Perigo and Mike Bassich. Bassich into the wall hard in turn 1. Caution is out for Mike Bassich in the 71M. He had a run off the outside of turn 4, and I don't think Dennis Perigo in the 114 expected him to be there. They got contact right under the flag stand, and it probably flattened Mike's tire, and it just wouldn't turn when he got to the end of the front stretch. Winning thrillers up at the Tri-City Speedway Sunday and Monday night in Franklin. So we're back racing E-Mods, the Lincoln Welter E-Mods. Sean Dumhoff and Daryl Charlier head the field into 1 and 2. Dumhoff in front now, but look at Charlier close right up against the wall down the back chute. Chuck Kennedy third. Charlier now dives to the inside into 3 and 4. Can't make it stick there. It's Dumhoff in front, Charlier second, Kennedy third. Dennis Perigo in the 114 now into third. Perigo to third. Charlier going for the lead, and he's got it. The Midway missile. In front into turn 3, Sean Dumhoff not going to give it up. He's back on the gas on the inside in 4. And make it stick down low. Charlier leads, Dumhoff second. Perigo and Kennedy battling for third. Then it's Kerry Gasser and Joe Pemberton. 2 laps remaining, 2 to go. Chuck Kennedy now back into third, dropping Dennis Perigo to fourth. Kerry Gasser spins in turn 1. Green is out. Daryl Charlier from the pole continues to lead. Chuck Kennedy second. Denny Perigo and he have swapped their positions back and forth a couple of times. Perigo slides up against Kennedy into turn 3, now tries to dive underneath him in 4. 2 laps remaining. Perigo by Kennedy for second. But Chuck has a run off the outside at 2. It's Perigo second, Kennedy third, Kerry Gasser fourth. Kerry Gasser now trying to take third away from Chuck Kennedy as the white flag is waving. Daryl Charlier up in front by half a straightaway. Second, Dennis Perigo. Third and fourth, neck and neck. Kennedy a little tight getting in. Has a hard time getting the car to turn. Kerry Gasser will take third. Dennis Perigo second. Daryl Charlier wins it, and Chuck Kennedy gets fourth. Joe Pemberton in the 98. Complete your top 5. Darrell Robinson in the 1R. The Morrow Motors entry is your early leader. Jake Simmons second, Jeff Bronaszewski third, and Bill Robertson and C.J. Morley. Bob Betts in the 122 heading into the pits. Two laps down. Darrell Robinson still in front of the more concrete windows. Simmons window cleaning 68X of Jake Simmons. And it's the Taylor Auto Body. Bellevue True Value Oil of Jeff Bronaszewski. C.J. Morley getting faster in the 2B, slides into fourth. Bill Robertson in the 1B fifth. Coming to halfway, C.J. Morley trying to duck underneath Jeff Bronaszewski for third. Side by side, Morley and Bronaszewski for third. Simmons still second. Darrell Robinson in front. Morley going for second. Vesti has run in the 2B. Bronaszewski though trying to get back around him for third. Now Bronaszewski tries to get underneath Jake Simmons for second. 2 laps to go. Darrell Robinson in front, 2B. Saves it over in 3 and 4. Checkered flag waving for Darrell Robinson. Jake Simmons second, Jeff Bronaszewski third, Bill Robertson fourth. To start last, the 7C car will have to start last in the Advanced Auto Parts Crate Late Model feature. We're always the last to find these things out up here. Green is out. Mitch Waddle in the 20W. On in front to start off here. Ronno Patching closing in. In the 51, the Sunrise Motors Special. Off a turn 4. It's Waddle by car length over Opachin. Joe Anthony third, Bob Schwartzmiller fourth, Nick Kachuba and Russ Volpani are next. Joe Anthony in the 17, challenging Ron Opachin for second. Waddle leads Opachin and Anthony, Schwartzmiller, Kachuba, and Volpani. Halfway. 4 laps to go. Mitch Waddle still ahead of Ron Opachin, Joe Anthony, Nick Kachuba, Bob Schwartzmiller. Your leader up against the wall in turn 4. Ron Opachin trying to take the lead and does. 3 laps to go. Now Opachin gets a little high going into 1, and Waddle tries to dive underneath him. Joe Anthony third, Nick Kachuba's moved to 4th, Bob Schwartzmiller is 5th. Oh, Waddle loses the wheel. It's bouncing around. Caution out. The axle snapped on the 20W of Mitch Waddle. Green is out. Ron Opachin from the pole, the Tri-State Auto Auction, Sunrise Motors 51. Continues now to lead. Joe Anthony takes up the chase in second. Nick Kachuba third. Bob Schwartzmiller fourth. And Russ Volpani fifth. One lap to go. Opachin had a little problem there in turn 3, and Joe Anthony is closing. But Ronnie's going to win it. Opachin wins it. Anthony second, Kachuba third, Schwartzmiller fourth, and Russ Volpani fifth. Richie Mason into the lead. Sarah Schrum in the 51 second, then Tyler Fox. Dusty Curry's up to third in the Mighty Mouse 8. Fox to fourth. Now here comes Nick Johnson in the 697. Our teenage entry-level division, folks. You can get all the rules and information on our website. The 3 hot shoes going to battle it out here by the looks of it. Mason, Schrum, and Curry. Down the back straightaway, it's still Richie Mason. Sarah Schrum and Dusty Curry now trying to pull alongside of Sarah into turn 3. Off of 4, it's still Mason. Schrum and Curry neck and neck. Just think, folks, these kids aren't even driving on the highway yet. Richie Mason getting a little high off of 2. Dusty Curry dives to the bottom. Sarah Schrum right there, close third. Wheel to wheel for the lead now into 3. Dusty Curry in front. Who's going to be second coming off? Sarah Schrum into second. Richie Mason ends up third. 3 laps down. Curry by a couple of car lengths. Stretching it now is Dusty. Richie Mason trying to get back around Sarah Schrum for second. Two laps to go. Johnson now is closing into the 697. Well, that side-by-side battle for second has helped Dusty Curry's lead grow. He tries to match Richie with 8 wins and a chance to take the points lead if Mason were to finish third tonight. 1 lap to go in your Young Gun feature event. The Mighty Mouse 8 of Dusty Curry trying to win his 8th checkered flag and feature win hat. Sarah Schrum second, Richie Mason third, Nick Johnson, Todd Janis all running on the same straightaway. Off of turn 4, taking the win and moving, I believe, into the points lead unofficially. Dusty Curry, Sarah Schrum, Rich Mason, Nick Johnson, and Todd Janis. Folks, one of our drivers here, Eric Betts, is battling cancer. Eric drove purple number 8 Pure Stock. And some of the drivers are going to making their way up into the grandstands, passing their helmets, collecting money for Eric. So anything you could donate would be greatly appreciated. Let's talk to our winner. Congratulations.
Well, I got points lead now. It's a grand good race.
I didn't ask you that. I said congratulations. You got to answer my question. We'll get to that. That's all you're worried about, though, isn't it?
I'm just really excited for it, though.
What about next week?
Well, next week I'll just hope to keep him behind me. It'd be a nice end of the year.
You've won 8 now. You and Richie both have won 8. That was a pretty good race between he, Sarah, and you, and that had to be fun to be a part of.
Yeah, well, they keep going high, so I did try something new, go under them. It worked, so maybe next week I'll have to do it again.
You're going to have to tune her up to make sure nothing's loose and it's all tight and everything for next week.
Well, yeah, well, this week we'll spend everything making sure, because I can't take it. If I lose it, then he'll get it. So.
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes, though, right? It's fun to race for it. Will you be able to sleep now? You going to sleep all week, or you going to be thinking about it?
I'll be thinking about it all week.
All right, folks. Dusty Curry, your winner in the Young Guns. Off at turn number 4, looking good. The green is out. Brandon Burgoon will take the lead off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Rick Hyman, the 29, is second. Jim Steffens in the 84 third. Awatala way on the outside trying to bring the 0-2 to 4th from the 5th row, and does. Steffens still third. Miley and Niederreiter. Niederreiter and Miley battle for 5th. Out in front, Brandon Burgoon. Rick Heim is second. Awatala now to 3rd. Dennis Niederreiter trying to take 4th away from Jim Steffens. Lou Bradish is on the charge in the 09. Burgoon still in front of Heim. Atala, Steffens and Niederreiter, Bradish and Miley. Geisler now around Ben Miley, and Michael Davis is next. Brandon Burgoon still your leader. Here comes Rick Heim to the inside in turn 4. Close racing up in turns 3 and 4. Jim Steffens, Dennis Niederreiter, Lou Bradish, Lynn Geisler, and Red Miley all running together. 4 laps down. Bradish, who started back in row number 6, is now up into 5th. Steffens is still 4th. Niederreiter is 6th, Miley 7th, Geisler 8th, then Gunn and Davis. What a battle. Out in front, Brandon Burgoon has extended the advantage in the Three Rivers Scrap Iron, Napa, Bridgeville, Barney's Auto Body 17. Rick Heim 2nd, Awatala 3rd, Jim Steffens 4th, Lou Bradish 5th, Niederreiter 6th, Geisler now 7th, Miley is 8th, Davis 9th, and Scott Gunn runs 10th. Geisler to the outside of Niederreiter, moving to 6th off of turn 2. 7 laps are down. Brandon Burgoon, last year's Western Pennsylvania Rookie of the Year, in his rookie season in the late models, having his best run so far of 2006. Bradish now to the outside of Steffens, and he'll motor to 4th in the H&F Trucking 09. Rick Heim having a great run as well in the Schultz Ford Lowry's Run Automotive 29. And right behind him, the Hunters Peterbilt. American Environmental Services, Todd's Auto Body 02 of Awatala, a close 3rd. Bradish 4th. Steffens trying to hold off Geisler for 5th. Michael Davis closing in on Lynn for the 5th spot off of turn number 4. Brandon Burgoon around the 12 of Butch D'Antonio. Michael Davis to the inside of Geisler. Geisler to the outside of Michael as they race down the back straightaway for 5th. Close battle for 5th. Geisler and Davis wheel to wheel, exchanging a little paint in turn 4. Geisler holds him off. 15 laps to go. For 6th that battle, as Steffens runs 5th. Atala continues to try to close on Heim, and they're both within striking distance of the 17 of Brandon Burgoon as Butch D'Antonio pits in car number 12. 11 laps down. This will be lap 12. The 4th place car, Lou Bradish, the Chester Charger, is trying to run down the front 3. Not yet halfway. Bradish is motoring. Brandon Burgoon continues to keep the 17 in the fast lane. Awatala out of the inside of Rick Heim for 2nd. Then it spins the car in turn 4. Tala does a 360, tries to keep it going, and does. And he's still in 5th. Atala is 5th in the 02. Or 4th, Atala is 4th. He went from 3rd to 4th. Michael Davis has moved around Lynn Geisler. Geisler trying to get back by Davis on the back straightaway. Both cars closing in on Jim Steffens. 3 wide in turn 4. Davis, Steffens, Geisler coming off of 4. 14 to go, or 14 down, 11 to go. This will be lap 15, 10 to go this time by Brandon Burgoon, still in front. Rick Heim 2nd, Lou Bradish 3rd. Geisler has moved to 5th. Michael Davis up to 6th, dropping Steffens to 7th. Burgoon leads him off at 2 down the back straightaway. Rick Heim 5 car lengths back, and Lou Bradish just continues to close. Bradish is now starting to really cut into the advantage of the front 2 cars as he tries to sew up his 2nd championship here at Dirt's Monster Half Mile. He started back in row number 6. He's now within a half straightaway of the leader, Brandon Burgoon. Battle for 5th. Michael Davis, Lynn Geisler wheel to wheel through 3 and 4. Bradish now just 2 car lengths behind Rick Heim. Lou has a career high 7 wins this season here at Pittsburgh. He would like to win the championship with a bang here tonight. Still one more week in the point season. Bradish drives right around Heim for second. Traffic about a half a straightaway in front of the leader, Brandon Burgoon. Bradish down low, Burgoon up high off of turn 4, the Chester Charger. Pulling alongside of Brandon Burgoon into turn number 1. Bradish takes the lead on lap number 20. After starting in row 6, Burgoon second, Heim third. Atala fourth, Geisler fifth, Davis sixth. Geisler and Davis battling for second in the point standings. And they've been at each other lap after lap in this feature event. Davis ahead coming off of 4. Lynn able to get back by down the front stretch. Coming around a complete lap 21, Lou Bradish now trying to lap the 99 of Ben Miley. 4 to go. Burgoon still second. Heim third. Atala fourth. Davis now slides up into 5th. Geisler is 6th. Jared Miley 7th. Jim Steffens 8th. Mike Johnson is 9th. And Dennis Niederreiter is 10th. Three laps to go for Lou Bradish. Already set a new mark for him, a single season best with 7 wins. This would be his 8th. He's got thick traffic in his path, but a big lead without any cautions. He has come from row number 6 to take the lead on lap 20, and he's 2 laps away from the win and the championship. His last title here coming. His first title was in 1999. This would be his second. He's got some cars in front of him racing hard for position with 1 lap to go. Brandon Burgoon still running a career best second. Rick Heim may be a career best in the late models third. Atala fourth, Davis 5th, Geisler 6th. Jared Miley 7th, Jim Steffens 8th, Mike Johnson 9th, Dennis Niederreiter 10th. His 8th win of the year, your 2006 champion, Lou Bradish, takes the checkered flag. Brandon Burgoon second, Rick Heim third, Alex Allen will hold on for 4th, Michael Davis 5th, Lynn Geisler 6th, Jared Miley 7th, Jim Steffens 8th, Mike Johnson 9th, and Dennis Niederreiter 10th. All right, folks, how about a nice hand? Unofficially, your 2006 champion, Lou Bradish. Michael Davis come out here to give him a big congratulations. Yeah, nice move by Michael. They raced each other hard all year. Michael and Lynn had quite a battle behind him. They're still battling for the 2nd spot in the point standings. I think they were 4 points apart coming into the feature, and Michael finished 1 or 2 spots ahead of Lynn in that feature. So I'm not sure how that'll all add up. We'll let you know when we find out unofficially. Hold on here, AJ. You gonna stand right there? All right. It's a nice hugging, congratulatory kiss from Mrs. Bradish. Well, this was your goal from the start, and tonight you put the clinchers to it.
Yeah, last year left a sour taste in my mouth. I wasn't going to let that happen again. We wanted to win the championship right here on the racetrack. I wanted to drive like a champion. I wanted to set the car like a champion. I told my guys 3 weeks ago, I said, this is where you buckle down and shows who the champions are and who they're not. And my team, Jumbo, everybody, Mike, Tommy, Buckeye, Billy Kell Racing Engines, they're badass.
Well, you know, what a car. You started in the 6th row. There were no cautions. And when you got to 3rd, you saw how far ahead of those front 2 were. And, man, you just put her down.
Yeah, it worked pretty good tonight for an old.
Now, is this the 99 or the 2000?
This is the 2000.
The new model.
No, my new one's a 2002. Okay. This is the one I won for winning the last championship, and it's fitting. Stevie Baker made this car for me. Stevie Baker and Mark Richards at Rocket. I can't say enough about those guys. They built it. 99% of the cars in this field are Rocket cars. All the features won here this year on Rocket cars. You just can't say enough about them. And this year's been it's been a good year, and it's been a hard year. But we did it. We did it.
Eight features now. You continue to add to that, and
We need 2 more. I need 2 more.
well, yeah. And you know what the second one would be?
I want the second one. I started outside pole last year. Our coil went bad 20 laps into the race, and that was with this car. And you know, this year I think we might have a little something for him.
I'll tell you what, it's been fun watching you guys battle this year, and I mean, you were just so fast tonight. It was unbelievable. And it looked like you could run anywhere. The track, I mean, fast track tonight.
Yeah, it's a fast track, and sometimes these old guys can go pretty fast. Yeah, I mean, we kind of, I don't know if it was an accident or not. Lynn can go pretty fast on these tracks too, and I think the old guys still got it on these fast tracks.
Congratulations, Lou. Your second championship, and that has to mean a lot as well.
Oh, yeah, this is a great one. I wanted to do it for my brother and for Jumbo. We did it. I just can't believe it. It's great. This is great.
Folks, Lou Bradish, your winner and track champion. For the feature, John Hotchkiss, the 69, Drew Catellus, the 0, and the green is out. Hotchkiss in front, Leo Stadelman quickly into second, Catellus in the 0 runs third. Keep your eyes on the 8 of Tommy Schernhofer as he tries to charge from the very, very back. We got a spinner, the 13 of Scott Wilhelm. Caution out before that first lap is complete. Caution out, there will be a complete restart. Off of 4 again, Advanced Auto Parts crate late models, the green is out. John Hotchkiss, your leader early on in the 69. Leo Stadelman in the 21 second. Bobby Castlevetter in the 27C moving to third. Drew Catellus in the 0's fourth, and Ray Brown in the 43. Ray Brown to the inside of Drew Catellus and moving up into fourth. Hotchkiss still in front of Stadelman and Castlevetter. Brown is fourth. Larry Marks in the 17 now to fifth. Catellus is sixth. Sear seventh. John Hobbs is eighth. Jason Ryder ninth. And Cal Lucon and Pete Reck are wheel to wheel for 10th. Tommy Schernhofer and Tim Fulmer trying to cut their way up through the field after starting in the very, very back. Five laps down. Bobby Castlevetter to the inside of Leo Stadelman and makes the pass for second. Stadelman is slowing down here in the 21. Caution is out for car 21, the Jesport Concrete Foundation's 21. Brings out the caution. 5 laps are down and 15 remaining. Here we come off of turn number 4. Green is out. Hotchkiss in front, Castlevetter second. Marks third. Drew Catellus and Ray Brown are wheel to wheel for fourth. 22 of Chet Johnson spinning around between turns 1 and 2. Caution is out. Caution is out. Here we go. Green is out. Contact between the 69 and the 27. And we got more contact going into one. The 28 is sideways. I think that probably was the result of what happened on the very front row. Here we go. Into turn number 4. 69 Hotchkiss, 27 Castelvetter. Green is out. Hotchkiss with the lead into turn 1. Larry Marks down on the very bottom trying to move to second. Castelvetter back around him on the back chute, and spinning is the 43 of Ray Brown. Brown does a spin right behind the scoreboard. Caution is out. Less than half the field was through when the caution came out, so the lap will not count. Ray Brown in car 43 right behind the scoreboard on the flat back straightaway is the caution. Tommy Schernhofer back out of the pits in the 8. Because of that caution, he will stay on the lead lap. John Hotchkiss got a little out of shape into turn 1, and Bobby Castelvetter has the lead in the Froggy FM ARL Trucking 27C. Larry Marks is now second. Hotchkiss is third. Look out here. Drew Catellis, Jason Ryder, and Mike Cecere. Close 3-car battle into turn 1. Cal Lucon moving on in the 84 car as well. Almost spins, but he saves it coming off that second turn. Castelvetter in front, Marks second. Hotchkiss third, Catellis fourth, Cecere fifth, Lucon, Ryder, Fulmer, and Pete Reck. Timmy Fulmer started way in the very back as well. The 7C has come a long way. Castelvetter, your leader, trying to win his first of 2006. The Joe Ball GMC Froggy FM ARL Trucking 27C. The Larry's Auto Poste's Trucking. Poste Trucking 17 of Larry Marks second. Then it's the Hotchkiss Construction 69 of John Hotchkiss. The Drew's Auto Service 0 Drew Catellis. And the Leschak Automotive Army's Transmissions 35 of Mike Cecere. Kyle Lucon 6th. Tim Fulmer is 7th. Jason Ryder is 8th, Pete Reck 9th, and Tommy Schernhofer has charged his way back up into the top 10 after that earlier entry into the pits. 3 cars, 3 wide into the clear at the back of the field as well. Racing all around the Monster half mile. Look out here, 13 Scott Wilhelm almost spins it, saves it at the back of the field. Mike Cecere to 5th, and now trying to take 4th away from the 0, Drew Catellis. Catellis still 4th, Cecere 5th, Lucon 6th, Fulmer 7th, Ryder 8th, Reck 9th, and Schernhofer is 10th. Bobby Castelvetter in front. Larry Marks trying to work to the inside of him. 7 laps to go. Kyle Lucon spins on the front straightaway. Lucon in the 84 loops it on the front straightaway. Caution out with 7 7 laps are down, or 13 are down, excuse me, 7 to go. Green is out. Larry Marks to the inside of Bobby Castelvetter. It's still Castelvetter in front. Marks, Hotchkiss, Cecere, and Tim Fulmer is on the march in the 7C. That car started way in the back. Fulmer to 4th. He don't knock the wall down, he could win it. Meantime, we got a side-by-side battle for the lead, and a car spinning. It's the 8 of Tommy Schernhofer. Schernhofer, who's been to the back and to the front and to the middle and the back, and now he's going to go to the back again. Also, Chet Johnson in the 22 trying to get around Schernhofer when all the cars got off the gas there into one, bounced off the wall in the 22. Off of 4, green is out. Castelvetter still your leader. Larry Marks to his inside again in turn 2. Hotchkiss 3rd, Fulmer 4th. Then Cecere, Drew Catellus, Jason Ryder, Pete Reck, Mark Moats Jr. And wait a minute, we got a wreck up in turn number 3, the 7C and the 69. John Hotchkiss out of his car. Caution is for the 69 and the 7C. Car coming back onto the racetrack. The 76 of Jason Ryder. Green is out. He will come out after the cars go by. Castelvetter your leader. Marks is 2nd, Cecere 3rd. Drew Catellus 4th, and Pete Reck in the 0 is 5th. Mark Moats Jr. trying to pass Pete Reck for 5th in turn 4. Four laps to go. Bobby Castelvetter trying to win his first A-Main of 2006 in the Advanced Auto Parts Crate Late Models. Larry Marks continues to hound Castelvetter, though, and he's drawn in as we come closer and closer to the finish here. They're even up in turn 3. Castelvetter by just a little bit off of 4. Marks running the preferred line of his, the inside. Castelvetter right in the middle. Bobby now trying to protect the low line into 1 and 2. He drifts to the outside in turn 2. Cecere 3rd, Catellus 4th, Pete Reck 5th. Through 3 and 4, Castelvetter back on the gas. I think Larry Marks coming alongside of him there gave him a wake-up call because Bobby has extended the lead with a lap to go. The Froggy FM, ARL Trucking, Joe Ball, GMC, 27, trying to get the 0 off his ledger. On there for his first win of 06 in the Advanced Auto Parts Crate Late Model. Bobby Castelvetter gets the checkered. Larry Marks 2nd. Mike Cecere may have clinched the track championship. Drew Catellus 4th and Pete Reck 5th. How about a nice hand, folks, for Nick Jones, your winner and the Advanced Auto Parts Crate Late Models. Come on over here. Good. How are you? Been a long time since you've been in the winner's circle here, huh?
It's been a long time. We kind of blew one there a couple weeks ago in Lynn's car. Glad to get this one for Froggy, Shelton Excavating, Joe Ball Pontiac, and this Castle Vetter boys. These are a heck of a nice bunch of guys. We're glad to get one for them.
Did Larry serve you a wake-up call there with a couple of laps to go when he pulled alongside? Because after that, you seemed to drive off a bit.
Well, he showed me the nose, the caution come out. He may have even had us there, and I figured, well, when they throw the green again, we're not going to leave the bottom open for him. So we clogged that hole up, and he wasn't able to get through there.
You've had some different rides and some different cars, but all of a sudden, at the end of the season, you're back in the winner's circle.
Well, we didn't drive anything until about 8 weeks ago. The Castle Vetter boys put me in here. Boy, that was nice. And then I picked up a guy up at Lernerville that gave us something to drive. Lynn gave us his car to drive a couple weeks ago. Yeah, this is great.
And then it's nice. You don't have to pay the bills.
Isn't that the truth?
Congratulations. People you want to thank?
I'd like to thank, of course, the Castle Vetter family. Froggy 98, they've been waiting for a win all year. I'm sure they're happy about this. Shelton Excavating, Joe Ball Pontiac GMC. I think I got everybody. If I didn't, I'm sorry. We thank you, too.
All right.
Thank all the fans for coming out. We had a good time.
Nick Jones, folks, gets the win in the Advanced Auto Parts Crate Late Models. Rick Gorsuch darts into the lead. Here we are. Contact on the front straight, but everybody straightens them out into turn one. And more contact. Some money on the line tonight for the amateurs. Rick Gorsuch in front. And we got a spinner. It's Todd Evans in the 5-star. He collects the 17 of Perry, and we got a bumper laying there, and cars trying to squeeze through, and the caution is out. Gorsuch leads, but here comes Eric Goldberg in the 714, and Robbie Torrance in the 22 is up to third now. Then Travis Gatton, who started back in 12th, is already fourth in the 25. The cream is rising to the top. Goldberg takes the lead in turn 4. Torrance follows him to second. Travis Gatton is fourth behind Rick Gorsuch. Bill Tennant in the 2 trying to hold on to fifth. Davey Lee pulls alongside of Tennant into turn 3. Robbie Torrance trying to take the lead away from Eric Goldberg, but it's still Goldberg in front. Off of 4. Davey Lee in 5th, trying to close in on Travis Gatton for 4th, and Gatton continues to hound Rick Gorsuch for 3rd. Some daylight now for your leader, Eric Goldberg. Davey Lee on the outside. The singing sensation trying to move into 4th. He was certainly impressive in the heat race tonight. Now he's going to dive under Rick Gorsuch and may take the 3rd spot on the back chute, but it won't count. The caution is out. Derek Stefanik in the 44. Rick Gorsuch 3rd, Travis Gatton 4th, Davey Lee is 5th. And the green is out. Goldberg still in front. Torrens dives to his inside in turn 2. Look at the singing sensation. Davey Lee 3 wide on the outside. He's going for third and going for second. Looking to get himself a free haircut from Sherry Styling Salon if he can win the big one. Out in front, it's Eric Goldberg. Torrens second. Davey Lee third, Gatton fourth, Rick Gorsuch now fifth. Davey Lee dives underneath Robbie Torrens and moves up into the second spot. Torrens pulls back alongside of Davey into turn number 1. Torrens muscles his way into second. Davey Lee trying to muscle his way back into second, will spin the car in turn 4. Caution is out. Green is out, off we go. It's still Eric Goldberg, Robbie Torrens trying to close in, Travis Gatton in third. Gorsuch fourth, Terry Kerr is now your 5th place car in the 39. Goldberg ahead of Torrens. Gatton, Gorsuch, and Kerr. Davey Lee now trying to move back to 6th. Just over 5 laps to go. Davey Lee going for 5th. Coming around a complete lap 13, 2 to go. This would be Eric Goldberg's 5th win of the year. If Robbie Torrens were to finish where he's at, he would clinch the championship. White flag for Goldberg. It would be his 2nd championship in a row. Here he comes, the amateur stock special. 5th win of the year for the 714 of Eric Goldberg. Robbie Torrens will come home 2nd and unofficially clinch his championship, his 2nd. Davey Lee charges back to 3rd. Travis Gatton 4th and Rick Gorsuch 5th. Eric Goldberg gets the win. Robbie Torrens gets the championship unofficially. Hat number 5. 5 wins, 5 hats. Can't beat that.
Yeah, it was a great race.
Have one for any day of the week.
I'll take one every day of the week, right? I got one for my kid, one for my other kid. I just gave it to a friend of mine that wanted one. I don't know where the other ones are, actually. No, I'm glad to have them.
Extra incentive tonight, your special event, and you were up to it.
Yeah, I know. The track was my favorite tonight. My car likes a tacky track like this, so it worked really good.
Once you got out in front, they were racing hard behind you, and you just put it where you needed to be.
I don't know. I felt like somebody was pounding on me the whole race, so I don't know where anybody was behind me. I just felt like I was getting hit, and I just kept driving it. So it was a good race.
People you want to thank?
I got to thank my wife and my kids, Angelo and Daniel, and my sponsors, Cotman Transmission and Sunrise Motors and Southwest Car Store. And a special thanks goes out to the Opatchen boys and Ian Tomai, because they keep telling me to focus and calm down and drive this car, and I'm getting better at it.
All right, folks. Eric Goldberg, your winner tonight in the Amateur Stock Special. And again, unofficially, Robbie Torrens is your champion for the 2nd year in a row. 5, Tom Martinek. 0K, Kerry Gasser. That's your front 2 rows. Lincoln Welder E-Mod feature is underway. Now the Midway Missile is flying out there. Daryl Charlier storms to 2nd down the back chute. From 8th, he and Tom Martinek side by side for 2nd. Chuck Kennedy leads. The Stush is 74. Charlier 2nd, Martinek 3rd. Kerry Gasser is 4th. Kevin Miller 5th. Two laps down. Car spun in turn 4. May be the 10 car of Wayne Tessine. It is. Damage on the right front of the DT Dyno. Tubbs Automotive 10 of Wayne Tessine, your track champion. So after tonight, it looks like the Young Gun Championship was the only title still to be decided come next Saturday. Joe Pemberton and Chris Bassage. Green is out with 13 laps to go. The Midway Missile launches again, and we got a spin. It is the 55 of Jim Green. Meantime, 98 is off the pace. Joe Pemberton heading to the pits in car 98. Caution out, caution out. Martinek bring the field to life again in turn number 4. 13 laps remaining for your Lincoln Welder E-Mods. And the green is out. Daryl Charlier has 3 wins this year. Look at his dad, Dale, motoring on the outside. He's up to 3rd in the 11. Meantime, Kevin Miller slides hard into the 0 of Kerry Gasser. They both continue, and Chris Bassage in the 71C is able to get by both for 4th. Miller now 5th. Gasser is 6th. Danny Perigo in the 114 is up to 7th. Kerry Gasser returned to favor there in turn 4 to Kevin Miller. Dale Charlier is to 2nd. Can he track down his son, the Midway Missile? Daryl Charlier, 10 laps to go. I think they have finished 1st and 2nd on the same night, same feature earlier this year. Caution is back out. We've got a spinner up in turn 3. It is the 55 again of Jim Green, who was in the pits and I believe came back out. Here we go, father and son, 10 laps to go. Daryl Charlier leads. Dale Charlier second, but Chris Bassich may have something for both. He is third. Wayne Tassine on the lead lap after repairs were made on the right front of that car. He's trying to climb back up through the field as well. Your champion. Kevin Miller and Kerry Gasser continue their battle for fourth. Kerry fourth, Kevin fifth, but Kevin passes her back coming off of 4. We're halfway, 7 to go. Daryl Charlier right up against the wall. W.J. Beitler, warehousing and trucking, Boza Communications 12, followed by his father's 11 with the same sponsors. The DFG Excavating, TS Electric, Claremont Mechanical 71C of Chris Bassich in third, and the Kevin Miller Tri-State Logging and Tree Service Historic Route 6 4M is fourth. Wayne Tassine after that early caution. Problems on the right front. Into the pits, made the repairs. He's now back to fifth in the DT Dyno number 10. Daryl Charlier's lead growing. The Midway Missile. He's already won 3 times. This would be his best season to date. And he, although he is not in contention for the points championship, could finish as high as fourth or maybe even an outside chance at third in the final point standings. But this win tonight would vault him into fourth, especially with the misfortune that Mike Bassich had earlier in the evening. Not able to run the feature tonight in the 71M. 2 laps to go. Daryl Charlier takes the white flag in his Panther chassis. Trying to lap the 98 of Joe Pemberton here on the final circuit. And a close pass down the back chute. The Midway Missile rolls through 3 and 4 for the final time. And the Lincoln Welter E-Mod feature tonight, his 4th win of the season, Daryl Charlier. His dad Dale comes home second, Chris Bassich third, Kevin Miller fourth, and Wayne Tassine, your 2006 champion, rallies for fifth. What a nice hand, folks. The Midway Missile, Daryl Charlier. Yeah, they're kidding you down here. They're saying they're going to narrow the track next week, because I don't know how much space you think there is between your right rear and that wall.
I'll tell you the truth, I have no idea, but I know it's got to be close.
You love it up there.
Yeah, my gram every week yells at me, tells me to get away from her, but I don't think she's complaining tonight.
No, and your dad was second, so that's not the first time that's happened this year.
Actually, it is, because I broke. I finished.
All right, okay, but it's been close. But both time, I mean, you both had great years.
Yeah, I mean, especially when this track is like this, when the high side's real tacky, our cars really get hooked up. So hopefully the Pittsburgh is just like this.
All right, you would love to see that in a couple of weeks. People you want to thank, Daryl?
I'd like to thank Tri-State Motorsports, Totally Tropical Tanning, Brian Signs and Decals, Boza Communications, Napa, Knuckleheads, and WJ Beitler Company.
All right, folks, Daryl Charlier wins his 4th of the year in the Lincoln Welder E-Mods. Jake the Snake Simmons, your leader. Bob Benson, the 122, a scratch. Anthony is second. Broniszewski third. Kachuba fourth. Broniszewski tries to dive underneath the 17 of Joe Anthony for second. Jake Simmons out in front. In the more concrete Simmons window cleaning, Larry's Auto 68X. Joe Anthony second. Now Nick Kachuba to the outside and around Jeff Broniszewski for third. And the Javrone Chiropractic, Lanxess Corporation, Colonial Beer 10. Fourth is the Taylor Auto Body, Bellevue True Value 08 of Broniszewski. Bill Robertson in the 1B fifth, and Vince Kamaker in the 2B. One R Daryl Robinson, 28S Bob Schwartzmiller, 51 Ron Patchen, 86 Russ Volpani, and the 20 of Mitch Wadlett round out the field. But Jake Simmons' lead is growing, and Joe Anthony's second spot being pursued by the 10 of Nick Kachuba and the 08 of Jeff Broniszewski. Good race for second in turn 4. Jake Simmons continues to show the way. Joe Anthony, Jeff Broniszewski now back around Nick Kachuba into third. Kachuba fourth, Bill Robertson, Daryl Robinson, and Vince Kamaker not far behind. Halfway. Jake the Snake has had his best season so far. 4 wins. This would be number 5. Broniszewski now into the second spot in the Taylor Auto Body Bellevue True Value Tomize Towing 08. Five more laps. Race for 5th. Bill Robertson in the 1B and Darrell Robinson in the 1R. Robinson's come from 12th. Into turn number 3. That race continues. Two more laps to go for Jake Simmons. Heck of a race for 5th. Lap after lap, side by side. Bill Robertson, Darrell Robinson. One to go. Our first 2 features tonight, the young guns and the late models, went non-stop, and several cautions in between, but we'll finish on a good note as the WBGN TV Pure Stocks will also go non-stop as Jake the Snake Simmons picks up his 5th win of 2006. Jeff Bronaszewski 2nd, Joe Anthony 3rd, Nick Kachuba 4th, and Bill Robertson 5th. All right, Jake Simmons in the winner's circle. Another one of those. You know, guys pay big money for those hats. Those are nice to have. They're hard to get.
Oh, they are too, man. I was starting to think I wasn't going to get another one here.
When you start up front like that, though, you got to go, and you did.
Yeah, it was nice. I got to jump Joe on the start, and it hooked up. But a couple laps in, it was the left rear brake locked up on it. So, man, that was helping. I'd go in there, let off, and it would just turn it nice.
Turn itself.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can do that every night. You might have a new trick.
Yeah, that's it, too. I might leave it alone now.
People you want to thank?
Well, Steel Landscaping, More Concrete, Larry's Auto for building the motors, my crew here. Well, my sister, Jen, she helps me out. Her and my mom, they help out a lot. And all my crew here, all these guys.
Can you win the big one in 2 weeks?
I hope so. That's the goal.
All right, Jake Simmons, folks, your winner in the WBGN TV Pure Stock. We thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed the show, and don't forget we'll be back here next Saturday for our final points night of the season, and then the Pittsburgher 2 weeks away.